There is a crisis going on, everyone. It's major. It affects all men and women. That's a lot of you on this channel, like quite literally 60% of you. Don't leave because this affects your man or potentially the man that you're interested in or ghosted you and is no longer texting back. It's very important that we all know this, which is that men's testosterone and men's masculinity it's on a decline. It's falling apart. How do we know this? Because of Tucker Carlson. I was on tour and I saw him advertise a trailer for a segment he did, which focused on tanning your testicles. And I was really curious, and I thought someone would talk about this, but no, I've not really seen anything about it, and so I wanted to get into it. So Alex and I did you a favor. We signed up for a Fox News account, ironically, of course, but this is dangerous territory.
Oh yeah.
You start consuming this stuff, ironically, you never know what could happen. I did a video a few weeks ago that broached this subject, are men weaker now? And was that video great? No, but I think what we're getting into today is gold for a number of reasons, okay? But the first one is the way Tucker presents this in this documentary. It seems like the world is falling apart. Like we have this gross fucking thing that's taking over our society. And he really highlights that by contrasting images of men from the 50s doing dips and taking PE class with a shot of some gamer boobs. You know, some moobs, man boobs. And I didn't think that was fair, mostly because it's hard to get the message straight away, but it kind of seems like he's talking about men overall, but there is this discussion of children. And it made me think, in high school, I actually knew a lot of dudes with man boobs that had way more test and charisma than, you know, like kids in, you know, ROTC that could do like handstand push-ups. Those guys were nerds. Like they were bitchless, you know what I mean? I knew plenty of kids in high school, and as I got older, there's plenty of dudes with man boobs that are bitch full. So I didn't think it was fair to just try to insinuate that people with man boobs have a lack of masculinity or charisma or whatever it is. That I thought was poor. The other thing I wanted to call out is the documentary kind of focuses on some guy who seems to be an expert in the way of testosterone. And what it all kind of hinges on is this testicle tanning, you know, this nut roasting process, which is done by way of something called red light therapy. And that was more interesting to me because they use a device called the Juve. And I just, where did they get that name? So I pivoted out of anything Tucker had to say. I didn't care because I had to go look into this product, the Juve. And this is not an ad. It's not a brand deal for him. It's spelled Joovv. In Tucker's footage, he kind of features the Juve like this, you know, to a normal person, it kind of looks like that game at Dave & Buster's, how many buttons can you press in a minute? But he kind of presents it like this, you know, sci-fi Stanley Kubrick device that you sort of like, you know, all these naked men standing in front of it and, you know, gaining some type of power. So quick YouTube search, this red light therapy thing has been around for a minute. You know, I thought this was like some shill product that, you know, the dude was trying to, you know, thought this was an elaborate segment to sell some goofy snake oil, but people have been using this thing for years. And after viewing a couple segments specifically by dudes, there was kind of a consistent theme with this red light therapy. And mind you, they're not roasting their nuts. They're just kind of standing in front of this machine. A common theme was that you use this thing, it makes you hard as nails.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like up. Yeah, undeniably up.
Might have to look into this.
And so there's a dude on some bodybuilder podcast that said he's been using it for a few months and he noticed like a spark in his sexual energy, and then he had like a 5.5 hour erection. Yeah.
Maybe this thing is for real.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, you know, I don't know because women used it as well. They also got hard hard nipples. I guess it just generally makes you erect. I also want to take a quick pause in the action to say I'm back on tour. I'll be in St. Louis and many other cities, so go buy a ticket, noelmillerlive.com. It's a great show. It's going to be a good time. Yeah, I'm up the vibe to do an ad read for myself. So what? Okay, let's get back into it. So a lot of the people, promoting this product, first of all, you got to be wary of anyone who spends anything over like $500 on a self, development self-therapy device, because if I paid $2,000, or I think the thing they show is $1,500, if I pay $1,500 for a device to tan my balls, you bet your ass I'm gonna be just through my teeth lying that this is the greatest thing because if I'm dedicating time to stand in front of a red light to tan my balls, I gotta own it. Like, I'm gonna be tripling down. You could show me any scientific study that's like, yo, dude, it's, no, it works, man. I don't know what study you're reading. Dude, it works. You should try it, man. Let me watch.
Stand in front of this. Tell me you don't get hard.
Back to the Tucker segment. He kind of introduces this guy, and he's asking this dude, what are ways to raise testosterone and this and that? And the guy's, describing, he throws out a bunch of random shit straight away, which is kind of like, it felt like a magician type move to try to distract you. It was like a sleight of hand thing. It was look over here. He says pretty immediate things you could do, I think, to raise your testosterone is eliminate fragrances. Like deodorant and stuff. Smelling good, there's something in that I don't know.
He said ECBs or something like that.
Yeah. ECB's nuts, bitch. The best part was when Tucker goes, we thank you and praise you for using evidence-based science.
And his bravery.
His bravery, that's right, yeah. And first of all, I'm gonna give him that. It is brave to tan your balls. You don't know what this red light therapy does. You don't know if that shit in 5 years they're like, hey man, that's actually that's those cancer rays. Yeah. You gave yourself ball cancer, man. It's like, oh, that's why my balls got so big. It's a fucking tumor. It's not even benefiting me. I just loved that even in a segment about tanning your balls, it felt like Tucker still had to get a COVID jab in there. Evidence-based science. He felt like he really shot that one to the ribs.
Yeah. Looking for alternative medicines.
So whatever. So, fuck, I need water.
Want me to grab one?
No, man. Gotta stay in it. This is the struggle of comedy.
This is bravery.
This is what bravery looks like. Talking your shit while parched. So you look at this thing, right? You can get a handheld Juve, you can get a full body Juve, you can get all kinds of Juve to implement these rays into your body.
I'm not liking the name of this product.
Yeah, I know. It's like, you just reminded me, it's a little too close to something else.
Yeah. Like
the two V's together.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It just feels wrong to say.
Yeah.
The Juve.
Yeah.
Part of this segment, it doesn't overtly talk about young men or children, but it does kind of seem like there's this theme of we need to make changes to promote masculinity. And a key point that they call out early in the trailer is a decline in sperm count. And I don't know how they're getting that number. I'm really curious. Some fake Stephen Hawking dude is he goes he's like, there's a 50% decline in testosterone or in sperm counts. And I just want to know how he got that number. Also, side note, I like how both ends of the political spectrum, it's like Marvel versus DC, or DC. Mm-hmm. Like they have their own versions of each other. Yeah. There's right-wing Stephen Hawking and then Stephen Hawking. Or maybe it's the other way around.
I'd assume Stephen is probably, actually, I don't know.
You don't know. Old British white guy?
Yeah, but
might be right leaning.
He believes in science.
Yeah, but so does Tucker, dude. Tucker believes in evidence-based science.
Okay, sure, for sure.
There's a lot of evidence that the Juve gets you. Here's what I will say. I walked into this expecting this product is bullshit, but I looked up what promotes sperm growth. Mm-hmm. Something on there is being relaxed, being stress-free.
Oh, okay.
And if you got your nuts just getting lightly toasted, I think that's gonna promote your boys to multiply.
To kick them up?
Yeah. But more importantly, I'm just thinking how psycho would it be if some dad, some Fox News young dad watches this segment, he goes, huh. Looks at his teenage kid, and he goes to the store and he comes back and he's like, hey son, bought you something. Just puts it down in his room, takes his PS5. Happy birthday. I'm going to teach you a different type of game. The game of life. I'm going to pull your pants down. Put your balls up to that thing. Okay? I'm going to come back in about 15 minutes and you tell me how you feel. And we're going to do this every day. until you feel ready to play, son.
Every day he comes back home. Did your 15 minutes of your juve today?
Yeah.
Yes, Dad.
Only to get his woman taken by a guy with man boobs. Kid stands in front of the red light, joins the ROTC club. He can do push-ups. He can do 50 pull-ups in a row. This kid is shredded.
He's hard for 5.5 hours a day.
Yeah, hard. Yeah, just raging boner. On top of being a 16-year-old, double hard.
Oh my God.
Harder than he could ever be. And then because he's all roided up and raged out, he likes some, I don't know, some good Christian girl. And then the good Christian girl meets a guy with man boobs who's like, yo, man, you ever tried weed? Yo, we should just chill one time. That dude that keeps following you around with his fucking, this fucking just eyes popping out of his head. He doesn't seem... He seems a little intense. So whatever. It kind of inspired me. I wanted to, ironically buy one and ironically try it out.
And ironically get jacked.
Yeah, ironically get ripped and ironically, just see if the juve works. You can get a handheld one.
Oh, really?
You just kind of it's got like you could wear it like a boxing glove.
Oh, so you
could do that. You could scan your body. It's not just for balls.
Gotcha, yeah.
That I thought was the funny part was Tucker. He goes straight to testicle tanning. And the guy's like, well, yeah, but it's full body. And Tucker's like, right, but you can put your balls on it, right? It's like, Tucker, you can just buy one, man. You definitely make enough money. So, whatever. I don't really care to debunk or go at Tucker's opinions on masculinity. Like, if he wants to promote 35-year-old men in fucking Kansas City should buy a juve and tan their balls, go for it, man. I mean, winters in the Midwest are pretty brutal, so that's one way to keep warm. I think the funniest part is that he kind of finds a way to weave Kid Rock into the whole segment. It was some very very clickbaity stuff, very YouTuber of Tucker to weave in a bit of clickbait there. It's like, I got Kid Rock in on the segment. They somehow find a way to involve cancel culture. And what I thought was funny was Tucker's like, he's like, Chris Rock says he's uncancelable. And then, they go to the interview and then Tucker asks him, blah, 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 how do you avoid cancel culture or something like that? He's like, or you say you can't be canceled. And, Kid Rock's like, yeah, it's because I don't give a fuck. I'm not in bed with any corporation. He starts listing out his reasons as to why he's uncancelable. And this, to me, was the highlight because I saw that and I thought, nah, dude, you were never in contention for being canceled. Like, people who do canceling, they don't listen to Kid Rock. They listen to Doja Cat, they listen to BTS. Those are the people that do canceling. It's like almost like a fantasy that Kid Rock could be canceled.
Yeah.
He's sitting there being like, yeah, no, people definitely want to cancel me. It's like, nah, not really.
Nobody gives a shit, buddy.
I mean, sure, people will talk about you, dude, but to me, I thought it was funny that he's sitting there like, dude, so many people want to cancel me. It's like, I don't think so, man. It just felt kind of sad. Like he's walking into culture. He's like, hey, y'all want to cancel me too? Everyone's like, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that guy? Because the people that listen to Kid Rock would never cancel him.
No.
You know what I mean? They don't even think about that word.
Absolutely not.
They're two totally different generations.
Yeah.
Canceling was before his time. All those fans he recruited, that word doesn't even really make sense to them. So I just thought, out of everything in the segment, it's funny that Kid Rock is sort of like, yeah, no, I don't give a fuck. Like he's like standing up to it. It's like the target was never even on your back, man. So yeah, anyways, you can buy a juve using my promo code. Yeah. That's it. Go ironically watch the whole thing if you want. I don't think it's really worth it. Just get your news from me. You can trust me. Anyways, yeah, I'm on tour. Go buy a ticket. St. Louis, I'll be there next. NoelMillerLive.com. Go buy a ticket. They go very fast. I can promise you that. All right. See you very soon.
Get some tanning into that.
Nice, dude. Nice.
It's my next big thing, she precious. I'm bad and the walls asbestos. Yeah, bitch, you guessed it. TUOT on my necklace. Spock done made like 10 beats. Now I know the boy getting restless. Jab my way through the session. Doing too much, coming clutch, that's my essence.